Come back, the ANC says it's launched a program to ensure the training of mayors and municipal managers to curb the underspending of municipal budgets, which directly affects service delivery. Briefing the media on discussions around local government, the ANC's National Executive Committee says in the past fiscal year, municipalities underspent to the tune of almost 1 billion rand. For more, we're joined now by the ANC NEC member, Thembi Nkadimeng, to talk a little bit more about this, some of the outcomes of the NEC meeting. Let's just first start perhaps with this issue of training for municipal managers and mayors. How exactly do you envisage it? What would be in the curriculum if particularly corruption is seen to be at the heart of it, whether it's fruitless and wasteful expenditure or deliberate thieving of money?
Well, thank you very much for the question, and good evening to our viewers as well. Well, we're not investing in it as the ANC. We've already started. You will recall that prior the election of 2021, the ANC is the only political party which came out with the requirements for party requirements for mayors. It held interviews, it started a barometer. So we actually even knew the qualification levels of our mayors. And immediately we put them through our education system, which one look into political imperatives of the ANC, but also secondly look into development of all municipalities with the leadership of what we have as ANC mayors. Now we are currently have placed over 103 experts in municipalities to assist the training of mayors, to assist the training of administrators, but also to assist with the acceleration of service delivery. We're even undergoing assessments on what are the areas that we need to improve on for our municipalities in the leadership being mayors already. So it's not something that we are envisaging, we have already undertaken, and we're today in the NEC giving an update of how far we have gone. And of course the NEC has emphasized the ensuring that we cover the areas with regard to alignment and synergizing the plans of government, and not only train mayors, but also train everybody who is within the administration and not only municipal managers.
Okay, let me just go back to a current issue. You would have seen some of your colleagues, and at some point we were just speaking to the Truckers Association of South Africa about this attack on Thembi and its parts, and the issue of economic sabotage has been raised, and the president at some point had raised it before, just purely based on the amount of money lost to such acts of violence. But who do you believe as the ANC NEC in your discussions is behind it?
Well, I do believe that the president has been able to address the matter, and it's law enforcement agencies who are supposed to find and look hard at it to ensure that we get into the bottom of the real perpetrators and areas that needs to be covered with regard to decriminalizing and ensuring that South Africa becomes a free country and a peaceful one. Of course, we have got difficulties, and we believe the collaboration of our communities could be what would assist us in ensuring that we build better municipalities. We also at the local government sphere has difficulties and challenges with regard to construction mafias, where our projects are stopped and we're unable to implement, and that leads to delays in our service delivery and ensuring that we better the lives of our people. So who is behind it? I think it's mostly the law enforcement agencies who could be able to come with an appropriate response.
And I understand that,
investigations have decided.
I understand that. It's just that, you know, in the past when there have been these reasons that have been given, there have even been vague references to a third force, whereas your critics would say it's actually a lack of control over and by law enforcement officials. The fact that service delivery is at the heart of this, that this may be an excuse to shift blame. So does the ANC, as the NEC, have an idea of, it might be a complex issue, maybe a complex network of perpetrators. But what the main motive would be behind this? Who would be behind these acts?
Well, it's criminality that is behind this. I mean, it will be very difficult if you are not informed from a law enforcement officer's point of view. I mean, our responsibility as municipalities, as government, as the ANC, is to ensure that, yes, we provide a peaceful country, that our people are able to live as citizens freely and in a peaceful manner. And in government that is led by the ANC is to ensure the betterment of services that reaches our people. But really, I mean, I've been a mayor before. Some of my projects have been stopped. But I called on the police and I never knew exactly who stopped the project. But it was only the police who were able to unpack that. We may not be able to, at a municipal level, we don't have police, we don't have all those systems except in metros. So we cannot sit and look into who is it rather than reporting it and get the agencies that are supposed to deliver on ensuring that there's no criminality deal with the issues. What we are appreciating here is that there's a delay, there's stop of projects, there's intervention, there's intimidation, there's threats. Who is intimidating the Auditor General? I can only assist her in entering municipalities, but I can't protect her. And she also doesn't know. I don't know who's chasing on Auditor Generals in councils or in municipalities. But the police must assist us in ensuring. So it's a big matter. It's not only with projects. AG can audit. Councils in some instances can't sit. Councillors are killed on a day-to-day basis. We don't know where the criminality comes from, but we are relying on law enforcement agencies to assist us in ensuring that we keep the sketch.
Some of these nefarious elements have also been pointed to within ESCOM. We had the Minister Hossein Ramokgopa speak about the energy availability factor, saying that it's nearing 60%, which was the goal for this year. And I'm just wondering, do you think that then there is confidence that the minister and all that he's working with and all those he's working with actually have a handle on the situation, that things are now under control?
Well, the minister has given a presentation really which does showcase and give hope to South Africans with regard to stabilizing the power generation and also the load shedding level. And I think it does indicate that as a country and as a party, we're moving into the right direction. Well, yes, in terms of trying to stabilize supply chain, corruption across in government, including ESCOM, we've put measures, we've adopted the consequence management as a framework as the ANC to ensure that we held our deployees both as public representatives in all the three spheres accountable to ensure that delivery happens. Beyond that, we do hope that the people who are deployed by the ANC in government will be able to ensure that those targets of accountability and ecosystems do find place and are realized, to ensure that we build hope into our communities to run through the service deliveries that they need.
All right, final question. The president addressing the matter of the deputy president, saying only he has the powers to hire and fire him. But I'm just wondering, as the NEC, was there a discussion around the claims made by the Deputy President that there are those who are seeking to oust him? And if so, what should then happen next?
That question was best handled by the President. My role is to chair the local, the legislature and government committee, and my responsibility is with regard to governance with regards to the ANC, and the spokesperson can be able to best handle such questions that are mandated beyond the committee that I'm leading.
All right, thank you very much for your time. ANC NEC member Thembi Nkadimeng.